Sid J on the beat.
Alright. Hi, I'm Jordy,
And I'm Steve-O.
and this is Thorndale Theater Talk. This is the podcast where we're going to talk about everything movie news.
Huzzah.
Quick and straight to the point now.
Yes.
Quick and straight to the point.
Yes.
Remember to follow us on Instagram at Steven Centrella,
Mm-hmm.
Twitter at Steven Centrella,
Mm-hmm.
at Kibbles312,
Mm-hmm.
and at Thorndale Talk, our official Twitter page.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, to follow us on Facebook, Thorndale Theater Talk, where we're going to be posting news and everything that you're going to need to know.
All that fun stuff.
All that fun stuff, as Steve-O would always say. Remember to listen to our other 26 episodes out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Breaker. And I feel like, is that it?
That's all I got.
Is that all you got?
That's all I got.
You didn't even say anything.
All right. Ping pong ding dong. There you go.
All right.
I said something.
Yeah. All right. Let's just get to the movies. So for the movie of the week, yours was Kodachrome, right?
Yes. My movie of the week this week was Kodachrome. It's a Netflix original. It has Jason Sudeikis, Elizabeth Olsen, and Ed Harris in it.
How'd it go?
All right. I'm going to say this. All right. The problem with some of these Netflix original movies, they have great casts. They really do. Come on, a cast like that, they're all great actors, and they all did great with their performances. It's the story though that is so boring. It's just something we've seen before. It's something like very like you're watching this whole movie and you know where it's going the whole way. Like there's nothing about it where you're like, oh, what's gonna what's gonna happen, and you're just not in shock. So it's that's how I feel with like some of these Netflix movies. One of them being my God, why can't I think of the name? Fundamentals of Caring.
Oh,
like
I liked that one though.
But that's what my point is. Great cast.
Yeah.
But like, it was obvious where it's going.
Well, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like a very like the performances are great, the actors are great, but just the story we've just seen before, and you're just So as much as they you want to give them chances, but at the same time, so that's how I felt about
Same time,
yeah.
Well,
let's
I know, no,
like
I
I
know,
said,
I get it.
like the movie seemed appealing because of the cast, because yes, and they're all great actors, but the story was just so bland. It was plain Cheerios. It was bland. Actually, I like plain Cheerios, but you get what I'm saying.
I do.
Yes.
I get what you're saying.
So that was my movie of the week. You know, if you want to watch it, you're more than welcome to it. I recommend not, but hey, if you're looking for something,
usually you're a big this is a good movie. I recommend it. This is your first one or one of the first ones.
Yeah. Again, you do you. I can't stop you. But yeah,
But he's basically saying you're an idiot if you go see it.
I wouldn't say you're an idiot. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, the cast is so appealing. That's why I watched it.
Yeah.
The performances by Ed Harris is very good, and Jason Sudeikis very good. It's just such a boring story, and I'm just tried not falling asleep. Mm-hmm. So, yes. You know what? Do what you will with that one, though. Yeah.
Do what you will.
Yes. What was your movie of the week? Now I went on my rants.
Yeah, it's okay. My movie of the week was Munich.
Munich, yes, Munich.
With Eric Bana and other people that I can't think of right now. But it was directed by Steven Spielberg, and it was based on a true story about when the kidnappings happened for the Israeli, from the team from Israel for the Olympics in 1970s. I think it was 72 or something like that.
Yeah. That
happened in Munich, and of what happened there. And then it was the true story that I never even knew, that after that whole events, Israel had these undercover agents that would go into and found these people that started the kidnapping, that helped plan it all, and would assassinate them. The people that started it. There were 11 of them, and then it's kind of how what they did and the people that were involved, and it's kind of crazy how it actually happened. It's insane. I thought it was really good. It was really cool how Spielberg kind of directed some of like the assassinations that happened. It was kind of like how intense and adrenaline filled it was, and how like the first time that they killed someone, it was like the first time those operatives ever like murdered a person, and they were just like kind of shaken up and like couldn't believe it. It was very like real of how like people would go, and then how after a while when they kept doing it, it was kind of just like a chore.
Right.
Like, you do it, you go to sleep, and then the PTSD that involved, it's just really cool. It was a really good movie. It is really long though. It's like 2 hours and 45 minutes. But I'd recommend it. It's really good. It's on Netflix. Munich.
Right on. Munich.
That's my review.
That's your review.
Yeah.
Right on.
Did
So
you
what?
like it?
Like how I felt like Kodachrome. I'm just kidding. So what's your movie of the week this week?
That was funny.
Yeah.
My movie of the week this week is a movie that I really want to see called There Will Be Blood.
Oh, There Will Be Blood.
With Paul Dano, Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yes.
And directed by Paul Thomas Anderson. And it's on Netflix. And it is about, let me read it from IMDb, a story of family, religion, hatred, oil, and madness, focusing on a turn-of-the-century prospector in the early days of the business. So it's the oil industry. And Daniel Day-Lewis is supposedly amazing. This movie is supposedly one of the best movies ever.
So Daniel Day-Lewis is a great actor. He's very method acting, so he is a master of his craft. So any performance of his is always
very good.
Is always usually very good.
So I really want to see this. And I know it's also a long movie. I think it's like 2:45 again. But
my God, you're like, I feel like back to backs with these long
it's a
movies.
Lot. It's a lot, but I'm excited. That's my movie of the week.
Right on.
Steve-O, what's yours?
Oh, thank you. So my movie of the week is, the movie just came out on Netflix. We did post the trailer. It's Charlie Kaufman's new movie, I'm Thinking of Ending Things. It's got Jesse Buckley in it, Jesse Plemons, David Thewlis or
Thewlis? I don't know. He's Professor Lupin in Harry Potter.
Yes, him and Toni Collette. So big name actors right there. You could definitely check out the trailer on our Facebook page or our Twitter page to give a good description of this movie. So basically, it's a couple that he introduces to the family, and things get weird, and
it's Charlie Kaufman.
Yeah, it's Charlie Kaufman. So
he can be out of left field sometimes.
Yeah.
So.
But yes, it's a new movie that just came out this past Friday. So that's why it's going to be my movie of the week. Something new, something fresh, something cutting edge. Wouldn't say that, but you know what I mean. So
you had me at cutting edge. So
cutting edge? I think not. All right.
All right.
So that is my movie of the week.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Let me know. Let us know how it is.
Yeah, for sure.
Charlie Kaufman makes Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, which is one of my favorite movies, and then makes other movies that are very to Charlie Kaufman. It's hard to explain. You have to see the movies to understand.
I get what you're saying, bro. I get you.
Thanks, man.
I pick up what you're putting down.
Thank you so much. You make me feel so much better. Okay.
Oh, that's what I get paid to do,
You get paid. So,
yes.
Let's get to the news.
Let's get to the news, everybody. Some news. You want to hear some news? Let's hear the news. All of our news is from ScreenRant.com. You heard it from here. ScreenRant.com. All right. So the first big piece of news that we have. So Game of Thrones creators are set for a sci-fi show. The show's called Three Body Problems at Netflix. So B.D. Weiss and David Benioff, who helped adapt George R.R. Martin's Game of Thrones. They will be doing a new show on Netflix, sci-fi. They were supposed to do a Star Wars, didn't do it, and now they're doing their own show of sci-fi. So they're still in the sci-fi game.
What do you think?
I think it'll be interesting. You know what? They clearly do have talent at running shows like Game of Thrones. They have talent also. They have talent on how to mess up the ending of shows. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, I'm calling you out. Last season Game of Thrones sucked.
7 seasons of Game of Thrones were really good.
Yeah, they were. 7 seasons were, but
7.
We'll last one.
I know. We'll see. Obviously, it was not good. We'll see. I might give it a watch depending on like what it is about and the trailer.
Exactly. I have to see the trailer, read more about what the story's about, but yeah.
And the casting and everything, but yeah, I'd be interested despite their 8th season of Game of Thrones being.
Like, don't get me wrong, yeah, they put out 7 great seasons of a show, so
give them the benefit of the doubt.
I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. I'm just, as a fan, I'm upset.
Yeah, obviously.
All that fun stuff. Still salty. It's still, you know what? It's only been a little over a year, and I'm still a little salty about it. So there you go.
Next one.
Next piece of news that we have. So Adam Driver is starring in a sci-fi thriller from Sam Raimi and Quiet Place writers. So Sam Raimi, who did the Spider-Man movies, the Tobey Maguire ones, and then the writers from Quiet Place, Scott Beck and Brian Woods, who helped co-write the Quiet Place, and Adam Driver, all teaming up for this awesome sci-fi movie. So should be interesting. You got a great actor, great director, and some talented writers. So what do you think? Anything?
I think it'll be good. Just from that, I mean, Adam Driver is the man.
Yeah.
He is the man.
He's a great actor.
Although Sam Raimi hasn't done anything, at least like he does a lot of horror movies, I know, and he did Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2, which are like amazing. And I don't know if they'd say amazing. They're really, really good.
Yeah.
And A Quiet Place was really good, and I thought it was written perfectly. So that combination could be really cool.
Yeah.
And so we'll see where that goes.
Yeah.
That's all you can say. Just the body of work that all those people are, and they connected to this project. It's got potential.
It's got potential. It really does.
That's all I gotta say.
Well, we gotta wait until see if more with casting and when they actually start shooting and yada yada yada.
Yada yada yada.
All right. So next piece of news. So
Yeah.
New Mutants opening weekend box office is the biggest since U.S. theaters reopened. Not shocked by that.
Yeah,
they were the only movie that was out.
Yeah, and I don't know what else is that.
Yeah, they were the only movie that was out, new movie, and
got mixed reviews too.
It's got mixed reviews. I still plan on seeing it, actually.
Let me know how it goes.
I'll let you know.
Plan on seeing it.
But yeah, of course they're gonna have big box office numbers because when the theaters reopen and they're the only movie coming out,
I heard there was a lot of problems with it because the director wanted it to be more horror, but then was it Fox at the time didn't or something, and that was also or not as horror.
Clearly, from what the reviews say, you can just tell it's a lot of problems with just
the direction.
The direction of the movie between the producers and the director and what he wanted, what they wanted. So that's what a lot of the reviews say. But yeah, you know what? When I go see it, I'll be the judge of it, and
let us know.
I'll let you guys know for sure. So, but yeah, they did very well in their opening weekend. All right, next piece of news. So Chadwick Boseman's movie 42, the Jackie Robinson movie, is re-releasing in theaters as a tribute. So that's another thing where I feel like we're also seeing. Oh, that's a nice little tribute to re-release some of his old movies, but because there's no movie new movies coming out, a lot of theaters are actually just putting out some older movies for you to go to the theaters and go see. I feel what was it, one of the theaters by us, they're actually doing Jurassic Park. So
yeah, I know.
Yeah, I was about to say that we've been seeing that, and it's very interesting. So
yeah, he deserves. I mean, who would have thought what happened?
Exactly.
That's it. That was one of the worst. 2020 sucks. So
2020 has been a bad year.
Yeah,
let's be for real.
So I'm glad this is happening. I liked 42. I thought 42 was good.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm probably not going to see it in theaters.
I was about to say, all right, what movie?
That was a little too much.
What movie would you go in theaters to go rewatch in theater?
It depends on a Tenet type of a feel, not Tenet exactly. But
so if they were doing Dark Knight,
blockbuster.
If they were doing Dark Knight in the theater, would you go see it?
Depending how much. It has to be cheaper than a normal movie ticket. I'm not going to pay $15 to see.
Let's say it's
Dark Knight.
Let's say it's $11.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Yeah, I probably won't.
No.
Maybe all right. It's hard, easier said than done.
You're right.
I'm probably not going to rewatch movies like that, but I don't know.
Yeah. All
It
right.
was a good tribute, though. We understand why they're doing it. And I'm
Yeah.
all for it.
All for it. Concur. Next piece of news. Keanu Reeves reveals how long he'll be playing John Wick, the assassin. He was talking about it in an interview recently, and he just gave a very Keanu Reeves answer. So
It was as long as the fans want it,
Yeah.
or how long my body goes.
exactly, the man is 55.
It is the most Keanu Reeves answer of all time.
Exactly.
Which is saying, basically, I'll do it as long as everyone loves it,
Exactly.
and that I can do it.
So we could be seeing more.
Great guy.
We could be seeing more. Like there's already one in like the fourth one, and then a fifth one after that. But who knows? We could be seeing 6, 7, and 8. So, like I said, upcoming franchise or already established franchise, I guess in that case.
Yeah, it's already established.
Yeah.
All right,
All
next
right.
one.
Next piece of news. So Anna Faris is exiting the Mom TV show ahead of season 8. So Anna Faris, hopefully you all know who that is. So she has been doing the show Mom for the last 8 years, and she is exiting the TV show. The show is created and produced by Chuck Lorre, the man who created 2.5 Men and Big Bang Theory. So yeah, she's leaving the show and to pursue other projects. So it's a very interesting. Like I will say, like she never seemed like the TV actress to me because she's always been in movies and like comedies and stuff like that. So the fact that she did like the small screen for as long as she's been doing, it's very interesting. Like I've seen some episodes of the show and it's a decent show. It's funny. It's nothing to rave about, but hey, it's been on for 8 years, so clearly there is a following for it. But yeah, she is leaving the show. So bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
I have nothing to say because I have never seen it.
It's all right. But you know who Anna Faris is.
Yes.
So, you know.
Scary movie.
Really? That's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Yes, scary movie of Anna Faris. What's the first thing that comes to your mind?
I don't know. There's a lot that comes to my mind, actually.
The first thing. There's not a lot. Okay, we don't have to. This was ridiculous. All right, let's go to the next one. Get out of here, Steve.
All right. And then the last piece of news that we have here for you. The original Fresh Prince of Bel-Air cast is reuniting for an HBO Max special. So after 30 years of its premiere, the cast is getting together to do a reunion episode thing. There was talks about how they were going to redo the show, do a spin-off of it, but I don't know if that's still in the works, but they are doing a reunion episode.
Yeah. I'm probably not going to see it, but
I don't know if I would see it either. But because also don't forget, Uncle Phil's not going to be in it. R.I.P. to Uncle Phil. But yeah, and also, which Aunt Vivian do they bring back?
probably the later one.
I think you bring back both.
You should play 2 of them.
Yeah, just like do exactly.
And then just be like, during their episode, they're like, has anyone ever noticed that there's just 2 different people playing the same character?
Just they split the scenes. They split the scenes.
That'd be really funny.
I think it would be funny, and that would be actually I think worth watching if they just split the scenes. Just be like, you know what, Mom, you look different. Did you do something to your hair? How'd you notice? Like,
that'd be funny.
Yeah. But yeah, so
that's all the news?
That's all the news that we have here for you today.
All right, so sometimes we do topics, sometimes we don't. We're actually gonna go talk about some reviews. So this weekend was a big, I guess now big weekends are 2 movies coming out in a weekend now because of the whole COVID thing. One came out in theaters, Tenet, and then one on Disney Plus, Mulan.
Yes.
So I didn't see Mulan.
I did.
Steve-O saw Mulan. So we're going to do the Mulan review first and then Tenet after. We both saw Tenet.
Yes.
So, Steve-O.
So starting off with Mulan, I want to start off. I did not pay the $30 to go to watch it. I found it somewhere. So I won't name sources or anything. But yes, I found it somewhere and it was great quality. And I am all right. So with the Mulan movie, they definitely try to do an original take with it. I respect that, but they left out the key ingredients, what made the cartoon so special. Again, the cartoon, what made it so special is again, well, of course, Mulan, yeah, she's in it, but then I think the character Mushu, he brings a lot of comedic relief, and then also he's a very important character, not in it at all. And then also some of like the music that was a big part of that movie, like I wasn't expecting them to break out in song and sing, but if they played it in the background or something like that, like that would have been at least like, okay, I would have been okay with that. That I would have been like, all right, cool, you're keeping the music in here, but I get they're not singing. And they definitely, yeah, they changed up some characters, they added some characters. Spoiler alert real quick, she has a sister now in the new one. So in the original cartoon, she had no
it's
sister.
Not really a spoiler, but I respect the alert.
Yeah, it's not really a spoil, but like
no.
Yeah, they added like random characters and like and then also like the relationship she had with like her commanding officer, it's different in this movie now. Like before it was a romantic relationship, now it's more of a, like I would say, professional. Like,
so my question is, would you rather have him do a shot for shot remake, or what do you what I hear is that I respect that they did a different take of it so you can see something new and fresh, but it sounds like it didn't work as well as you wanted it to be.
Exactly. It didn't, because you don't have to do a shot for shot remake, but you do need to keep the key things what made the movie,
what made Mulan.
Yes. That's the thing. So it's you don't have to do a shot for shot remake. Like again, the stuff they added, some of the scenes they added, like they were cool, but like again, you should keep like characters like Mushu in it, like, or you should keep like at least throw in one of the songs. They don't have to sing them, but like play it in the background during like during one of the scenes, like, you know, just so all the things that made it Mulan special, not in it. So that's why, like, overall watching it, I thought it was okay, but nothing to rave about. Not like, definitely very, if I could say, anticlimactic, because, you know, this movie is supposed to come out back in March, and we've been waiting this whole time, and it finally comes out, and then you're just like, oh well, that sucked, man.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I feel like I'm gonna wait till December when it's free.
Yeah.
Well, on Disney Plus.
Unless you want to use my sources, but you know,
that's okay. I can wait. I'm not dying to see this movie.
Yeah. But that's how I felt about it. And so, you know, the only thing I really hope that will happen with this whole movie, I hope McDonald's will release the Szechuan sauce. So that's my only hope. No, just me. Okay.
I know Rick and Morty. I get it, and just Szechuan sauce.
Yeah, I do want the Szechuan sauce. I really do. So with this being released, McDonald's better step up their game and come on.
All right.
Hey, honestly, you would get lines of people. Come on,
you're
McDonald's,
right,
let's do this. Come on, McDonald's.
Oh my God. Okay, so that's Mulan.
Yes, that is Mulan. That's my take on it. Take it as you will.
Now, a movie that came out, I thought it came out this weekend, but I heard a couple people that saw it before. I guess it was like
it was supposed to be out this weekend. They did some
pre-release or something.
Pre-release, depending on some areas. So,
for Tenet, we're talking about Tenet now.
Oh yeah, we should have mentioned Tenet.
The new Christopher Nolan.
Yes, but they did do some like pre-releases before. So
okay, so
this was the debut this past weekend. Yes,
or whatever you can see.
This past weekend was the debut weekend. So.
Yeah, for Tenet, the new Christopher Nolan movie, which was, I feel like every Christopher Nolan should be a highly anticipated movie. He's a very well-known director and writer and knows how to make movies, I think.
Yeah.
See, that's a very good assumption. So we both saw it. Steve-O, what's your opinion?
Oh, I want to hear your. I want to because I talked about Mulan. So
okay.
Let's hear your thoughts.
Okay. Because we talked a little bit about it, like not on this podcast, so I kind of know what you're gonna say.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I thought it was good.
Yeah.
I guess I'd say the most part. It was entertaining. It's definitely, I mean, if you're, depending on, you know, how COVID is and how restricted you can or don't want to go to movie theaters, I personally would want to see it in a theater. I thought I was happy with it. I mean, we wore masks the entire time. We sanitized before and after the movie. Did all the precautions that you should do. In case people were like...
Yeah.
And it was not packed at all, because no one's going to go. It was not even close to being packed. There was a lot of seats. A lot of people were everywhere. not a lot of people ever. You know what I mean?
There
are a lot of empty seats.
A lot of empty seats.
A lot of empty seats.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm having a struggle here. I thought it was good. I think the action scenes were very good. I think were really cool, actually.
Yeah.
Like how because the whole movie is about time and like inversion's a thing. That's not really. They explain it. The thing I didn't like about it is that like they explain how time works for like 5 minutes and then they're like, you know what? Just go. They basically say just go with it. That's just how it is.
Right.
Which is like, okay. I couldn't tell you what happened in the third act.
Like,
it is a confusing movie. It is, in my opinion, more confusing than Inception.
see,
It feels like it is literally, I feel like Inception, but time. There's a lot of the way it was made where like, you know, how the dream world goes, and
right.
they kind of explain how like that's like a whole separate thing, and then now time is like, it's also like a spy movie. It is literally a spy movie.
Yeah.
I was just disappointed and a little confused on how like some of this stuff just didn't make sense.
I get what you're saying. Again, I would agree. From start to finish, can I tell you what happened?
No,
I can't. But I did follow a good portion of it. Again, the problem, like I would say, the movie definitely, the dialogue's pretty fast, so you got to be able to like follow real quickly because they're just like going back and forth so quick. And then, again, I feel like, but with Inception, they leave the ending kind of like open for your interpretation. Where this movie, the ending's pretty clear. I think it's it's everything already happened, like, and it will continue to happen, and so it's more of just like how many times you have to like let it happen, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I know. We're trying to do like non-spoiler.
Yeah.
We shouldn't say anything. But yeah, I get it. It's just also the main bad guy who I thought was the best. I mean, his character was really good.
He was good.
I forgot his name, but like his intentions were just pure evil. There literally was no like.
That's the best characters who are just pure evil.
Just like they didn't really have a reasoning. There was basically like
his reasoning.
If no one can't have it, or if I can't have it, no one can have it.
Yeah,
that's literally
his reasonings are pure evil. He's a real dick.
His wife I thought was really good. I thought she was really good. But it's just like that third act just does not make sense. It doesn't make sense. When I was watching it and I was like the first half, I'm like, I guess you're playing catch up still, which is kind of annoying at times because in a movie you're kind of like you just want to see like understand everything as it happens.
Right.
But then like I'm like understanding. I'm like, oh wow, I don't know why people think this is like so confusing. I'm pretty much getting it. And then the third act happens. And I'm like, what the hell? Like I don't. The whole inversion and how like I can't. It's just it can get annoying where it gets very frustrating.
I will say this: the movie is definitely a type of movie you do need to watch a few times.
Well, yeah.
To like,
I still don't think you'll understand it after a few times.
I think you will, because the more times you watch it, I think the more times you'll actually get it. It's like with Inception, because the first time you watched it, you were confused. So much was going on.
Inception was a lot more of like overload of information that you have to know.
Yes.
So it's like you hear all this stuff at once and it's hard. But I gotta tell you this off this because there's just one part that just does not make any sense to me.
All right. So spoiler or
no.
No, you're not gonna say it.
Off podcast. Yeah.
Off podcast. We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, guys.
But it was really cool. I think Christopher Nolan's action scenes were really cool. I liked how he played time of like how one person's going back in time in a fight and how one person's going forward and how like
the choreography for that is so intense.
It's so cool.
So cool.
That
so
was
intense.
Really cool how he did that. Also, one thing that I didn't like was the audio. You like couldn't hear what people were saying at times because like there's I mean it's in the trailer. There's an airplane scene.
Yeah.
And the airplane is very loud, and people were wearing masks for reasons that I won't say, and you can't really understand what they're saying in the masks with the loud airplane noise.
Right.
That was annoying. like it's still a good movie. I'm saying there's a lot of negatives I'm going to because it was frustrating, but I really like the action scenes. The score was awesome. Score was awesome.
I think you need to rewatch it. Give it a few more repetitions.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked the movie
because I really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I thought it was very good.
I liked the movie. The plot was kind of like
all over the place. Yeah.
That and also just it is all over the place, but it's also very like not boring, but it's the most like overdone plot of all time.
Right.
One evil guy gonna destroy the world.
Yeah. Pretty much. It's just how this stuff happens. It's very interesting.
But
yeah,
the acting was good.
Acting was good.
John David Washington was really good. I thought Robert Pattinson's really good. I thought Kenneth. I forgot what his last name is. The main bad guy is really good. I still recommend it. When I get very like in the nitty gritty, I'm getting in it like it's confusing and stuff. But when I watched it at the end, I was like, I'm glad I went to a theater to see the movie.
Yeah.
Sorry, I went on a rant.
Would you place this movie as one of your favorite Christopher Nolan movies or no?
No.
Top 3 Christopher Nolan movies, go right now.
Right now,
Yeah.
The Dark Knight #1, hands down. Damn. The Prestige, and maybe Inception. I can't think of all the Christopher Nolan movies on the top of my head. Like Dunkirk was really good.
Dunkirk was really good.
So like that might be my third, but I know the two are Prestige and Dark Knight. Dark Knight is my #1 for sure.
Dark Knight's your #1 for sure.
Yeah, I don't think it's close.
I would agree with that. Dark Knight's my #1 Christopher Nolan movie for sure. Like
the cool thing about I know I've been going on a rant, so I'm sorry.
Yeah, go for it.
Christopher Nolan movies are so good because he makes that blockbuster atmosphere in
Interstellar.
Movies. That's Tenet and Interstellar are close to me. They're like bottom tier Nolan movies in my opinion.
All right.
They're good though. Like it's funny because like I think these movies are good, which just shows you how good Christopher Nolan's like resume is when it comes to movies. Like the fact that these are low, like I think they're like the least best Christopher Nolan movies is ridiculous because they're good movies.
True.
So, but yeah, what do you think of Interstellar? You think it was bottom?
Like if I had to do like 5, it would be number 5, I think.
Your top 5?
Yeah, of Christopher Nolan movies because 1 is easily Dark Knight. 2 would probably have to be Inception.
Yeah, I did like Inception. I think that might be my
3. I don't know. 3, I might go Dunkirk actually.
Dunkirk,
I really like Dunkirk. It's just very,
It's just I love how he explained what the movie was. He said it was an event.
Yeah.
It's legitimately what the movie
I think
is.
that's why I like it. It's because there's no attachment to characters or anything.
No,
it's just an event and yeah.
He did it really well.
He did it very well. And then I would have to go like maybe between Interstellar and Tenet, like 4 or 5 or somewhere around there. But like between like
I like Batman Begins more than those two.
Batman, yeah. I think yeah. I don't know. Batman Begins is also really good too.
I like Insomnia is always overlooked.
Insomnia is overlooked. God, I love
Insomnia.
Insomnia.
Is a good movie. Memento's good.
Yeah, you know what?
I told you.
Yeah, he's got a lot of movies.
I love The Prestige too. I think The Prestige.
Prestige is a good movie.
I think that's.
I remember when I was a kid when I saw that, and I was just like, I did not follow it.
Yeah.
And then I watched it like as an adult. It's just like, oh, okay, that's actually a good movie. Like, it's, yeah.
Christopher Nolan will always have high expectations for me.
Yeah, he is.
Which is sad because like Tenet for any other director, like say Nolan didn't do Tenet and it was some other person, I would still probably have the same type of like, oh, it's confusing stuff, but I'd be like, wow, this was really well directed. Like,
yeah.
I'd be like, for a director that I've never heard of, like they did it really well.
Yeah.
So that's just showing you how good Christopher Nolan is.
He is good.
He's good.
Yes.
Well, that's my rant to Tenet. Do you have anything else?
I have nothing else to add. I definitely recommend it.
I definitely, as much as like I said, in the nitty gritty, I definitely recommend it. I think it's a good watch and it's entertaining.
So.
And that it's like a fun watch.
Yeah. I would say, overall, recommend Tenet.
Yeah,
Mulan, sure. I would say wait. Do not spend the $30. Or if you could find it somewhere like I did, then that's fine. But yeah, definitely you could wait on that one.
Yeah.
And
that's it.
That is all we have for today.
That is this episode of Thorndale Theater Talk.
Yes.
Remember to listen to us every Tuesday on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and Breaker. Follow us on Instagram at Steven Centrella.
Hell yeah.
On Twitter at Steven Centrella.
Hell yeah.
At Kibbles312.
Hell yeah.
At Thorndale Talk, our official Twitter page.
Hell yeah.
And to follow us on our Facebook page, Thorndale Theater Talk.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Thank you.
I like your hell yes.
Appreciate
All right,
it.
until next week.
Thank you.